Hey, I'm Nick Manacki from Surf Shop TV. We're over here at the Hinano Tahiti booth with famous artist Drew Brophy. He's the one that designed the Surf Expo T-shirt this year. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about his business and how he's become this iconic brand within the surf industry, and also about kind of his passion for design and what brought him to creating this T-shirt this year. So I'm going to turn it over to Drew. Tell us a little bit about your business. I mean, you're kind of, I know you're a mentor to the artist community. Like, you're really free and open with your designs and your creativity, and you don't mind sharing that, which, I know a lot of artists hold near and dear to their heart. They're not going to show their techniques and stuff like that. As far as your business and being an entrepreneur, what would you say your tipping point is? I mean, not necessarily the apex, but that point where you knew that in your business as an artist that you made it.
I started out as a production surfboard painter, and that's a real grind where you have to do 10 a day. And
Lost Surfboards, right?
It was actually in South Carolina. I worked for Kelly Richards at Perfection Surfboards,
okay.
And then I moved to Hawaii and worked over there for pretty much everybody. And I think the important part is I looked at art as long as I was creating something with my artistic skills, I considered myself making it, So okay. It came in different levels, and so I did that for a number of years, and just through that I had people ask me to design T-shirts. You meet people, and really all I wanted out of life was to be part of this surf community,
Right.
These were my people. And it's been 25 years in the making, and I guess probably the tipping point was working with Lost Surfboards. They were the first people that allowed me to basically do what I did best.
Right.
And it was here at this show that we really showed what we did best, and we painted on the showroom floor. And I think it just resonated with the core surfers, just having fun and going surfing.
Right. Would you say there's a particular model that you like the best? Like, I know the 5'5", 19 1/4, and their fish model. There's a couple other models.
I don't know, it seemed like every season there was something, but the fish and the radical waves and the chicks, I mean, we had a whole year where we did nothing but crazy chicks.
Yeah.
Caught a lot of grief for that, but yeah, all of it just comes down to having fun. And when I look at like that, the business model of art, I started out just trying to have fun and trying to make money doing what I did, and here at this show I learned really how to look at it more professionally and more maturely, and all this community really helped me do it. I mean, by picking up little tidbits from lots of people, having conversations, and I suggest any artist that wants a career in art and surfing, and this is a great spot to meet people and ask questions and listen and participate, and this community will guide you straight. Yeah, it's good.
Cool. Last question on that topic. You being a mentor for artists, was there anyone that really was a mentor to you that you can name out specifically, or was it a collaboration of just everybody that you came across, new businesses?
Yeah, it was a collaboration in steps. I mean, all the way down when I was a younger kid, the local surf shop took me in. Mark Allison with Surf City Surf Shop, South Carolina. And I mean, surfing and art saved my life in the sense that, they gave me this sense of community, and then they saw what I was good at and they let me do it. So he'd let me design T-shirts for the shop. Kelly Richards back in South Carolina let me paint surfboards. Everybody in Hawaii, everybody from Jerry Lopez to Bill Barnfield to Mike Diffenderfer to, all these great legends that I got to meet at a young age. Everybody gave me little tidbits of information.
Right.
All the way to San Clemente, like guys like Bill Stewart. I worked for him. He's a famous artist in himself. Guys like Weiland.
Really?
Got tidbits from Weiland. Rick Griffin's agent, Gordon McClellan, gave me tidbits of information. Herbie Fletcher. So everybody I met along the way, nobody gave me a full how-to book.
Yeah, right.
But I was smart enough to listen and pick up all those little tidbits, and that's what I try to give to the other artists, because I don't think I have it figured out, but we have a small family business, we make money, we participate in this community, and we want to share it. and the artists really have kind of gravitated towards me because I think we have given that information out.
Right.
And I hope that it's easier for some of those other artists, because it's been a long road for me, and it's not that complicated, but there is certain things that work and certain things that don't. So, and you learn those things here at Expo.
Right. Very cool. Speaking of Surf Expo, you've designed this new T-shirt. I believe that they approached you to design the shirt. You kind of paralleled the experience and to building the brand and the logo for Pipe Masters one year. What makes this unique though? Like the overall experience unique into itself, because this is kind of, I mean, you mentioned this is kind of your origin, like this is where it all started.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Regardless, you know, of the surf shops and stuff like that. But.
Right. Well, the Surf Expo kind of represents a meeting of the tribe, and everybody who's anybody in surf is pretty much here. And you know, when I did the Pipe Masters, that's kind of like the highest.
Where do you set?
There goes Biolas. This is the man.
Matt Biolas. How you doing? How you doing?
You got to do an interview with him.
I should, yeah. I need to. I didn't know he's here.
Yeah. So Biolas and I, we did the surfboards at Lost together, and he shaped them and I painted them. But yeah, the Surf Expo is like the meeting of the tribes.
Yeah.
And you know, anybody who's anybody in surf is here. And when I did the Pipe Masters, it kind of, that was like the highest echelon that you can go as a surf artist. And I reached that pretty quickly when I was younger. And I was surprised because within a 2-year period, I went from, you know, kind of starving on the North Shore to the next thing I know, I was doing the Pipe Masters logo and stuff. And I was really proud of myself, but it kind of leaves you blank because you're like, okay, well, where do you go from here?
Right.
And so what I kind of attribute doing this T-shirt for Surf Expo is, you know, it's a long way from when I was a kid sneaking into this show and getting thrown out and painting on the floor in front of people's booths and getting to meet the surf shop owners in the community. And you know, now I'm here at the show as, you know, a guest of Surf Expo.
Right.
And some of the people still work here for Expo that were the ones that were throwing me out. I know who you are. And so it feels good. It means, you know, that I've reached something because, you know, they said, hey, we want you to do it. And so yeah, it's a milestone. It is, it's kind of like, hey, we accept you as a representative of the tribe. And, and it feels really good just because, you know, they're all friends of mine, and it's kind of a cool thing, I think, now that other surf artists and people within this community can aspire to do. Like, hey, I want to do the Surf Expo tee.
And be a legitimate, like, business brand, you know. It's kind of, you know, in a lot of ways, I guess in the past at least, it's been kind of looked down upon, you know, in the corporate culture and that sort of thing. But now, I mean, it really contributes to a lot of jobs and the economy, and it's accepted in the mass media. I mean, look at Kelly Slater's 10th win and CNN interviews and all this stuff. So it's, I mean, it really is kind of on a much larger scale, and to be a part of that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and as a kid, I got to be honest, I didn't get that, and so anything I could do to, you know, let that resonate with young kids that, you know, like in your surf contest, for instance, you might not be the best surfer. But to participate in those events in that community is something. And so I was the guy that got third and or fourth that didn't get a trophy. But I was still good in art, and so I was part of that community. So you might be the guy that ends up being a sales rep. You might be the guy that ends up doing production or doing design or, you know, working on the web or doing film. So there's lots of avenues within this industry, if you love to surf, skate, or whatever, that you can participate in. And as a kid, I don't think I understood that.
Right.
I was just focused on being a good surfer. I wanted to surf.
Right.
But what's cool is now I get to surf everywhere, and I get to be part of the community. I know everybody, and I do what I do best. And so I want kids to realize that all those are available to you, and there again, it happens here at Expo. And that's where you meet these people and you can figure out what type of career you could have. And it's, you know, a lot of people like talk about like a sellout type of thing, like working for corporations and whatever. you know, it's
which a number of them are already public now, so that's kind of starting to fade a little bit.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really exist. I mean, I would say selling out would be more of doing something that you're not proud of.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm very proud of all the things I've done, and this allows kids to have cool stuff, and this industry allows you to have a cool job and participate in the things that you love to do.
Right.
And I mean, it's great. I mean, I feel very blessed, and I'm sure the pro surfers feel blessed. I'm sure these models walk around feel blessed. I'm sure you guys are stoked that you have, you know, something to report on.
Yeah, a lot of fun. That's why we're here, you know.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we all love to surf and hang out on the beach, and what more is there? You know?
Cool, very cool. Well, hopefully I can get one of these T-shirts. I'll get it signed by you if I can find one. I can track you down one too.
Yeah, give me one. I need one. Fish, I know you're out there. Give me one.
Cool. Surf Shop TV signing off. DrewBrophy.com, and also on Twitter @DrewBrophy. And he's prompt to respond, so reach out to him.
Yeah.
Cheers.